Welcome to Legion Builds, where I guide you on how to bring your favorite fictional characters into Dungeons & Dragons. This video and all my content is made possible by my Patreon supporters, and it's dedicated to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You're all the reasons why this keeps going. Join the Legion today at patreon.com/63rdlegion for free and help decide next week's new character. Joining my paid tiers allows you early access to my content, a shout out in my videos, homebrew D&D items for your games, and a chance to play some D&D in the Patreon community. Time to return to the dark world of Tokyo Ghoul with Suzuya. Suzuya is a very tragic character. Kidnapped as a child and raised by the evil ghoul leader Big Madam, Suzuya was routinely tortured if he was unable to perform his duties with entertaining the ghouls with his performances. It gets worse from there, so we'll just stop with his childhood. Trust me, you don't want to go down that rabbit hole. When he was found by the doves, his life only partially got better. While they took better care of him, and one of them actually tried their best to help him, the organization decided to use him to hunt ghouls. This led him to be manipulated by powerful and evil people, until the rise of the One-Eyed King and the truth came out. After that, Suzuya became a peacekeeper with the TSC and united with the ghouls to help stop the threat of the Dragon Orphans, and rose high within their leadership. Suzuya is a natural acrobat and athlete, gifted with superior reflexes and speed. He is also trained in a multitude of weapons, from blades to firearms. He also has a high pain tolerance and endurance from his years of tragedy. For today's build, we'll be using the Player's Handbook and Xanathar's Guide to Everything. We're using Standard Point Array to keep things simple, and we are multi-classing, so watch those minimums if you use another system. Make Dex 15, Wisdom 14, Intelligence 13, Con 12, Strength 10, and we're going to be dumping Charisma with an 8 because you don't have normal behavioral traits. But we'll fix this in a second. Suzuya is a human, resourceful, gives you a free inspiration dice at the end of a long rest if you don't already have one. Skillful gives you a free skill, grab performance. Versatile gives you a bonus origin feat for this feat. Tough gives you double your character level in HP and then adds +2 HP to every level after. To finish out your lineage, you know the language Common and 2 more of your choice. For background, add +2 to Charisma and +1 to Dex. For your origin feat, Alert keeps you on your toes. First, you now add your proficiency bonus to your initiative rolls, and then you can switch places in the initiative order before combat with a willing ally if both of you are not incapacitated. For skills, grab Investigation and Perception. To finish out your background, take a tool proficiency of your choice. Level 1 rogues start things off with 4 skills. Grab Sleight of Hand, Stealth, Acrobatics, and Athletics. You are proficient in simple weapons, martial weapons with a light and finesse property, light armor, thieves' tools, and the saving throws Dex and Intelligence. Expertise grants you double the proficiency bonus to 2 skills of your choice. Place this into Acrobatics and Stealth. Sneak Attack lets you add damage to your attacks once per turn when you hit with a finesse or ranged weapon. While you have advantage on the attack or an ally is within 5 feet of your target, you deal an extra 1d6 damage. Thieves' Cant gives you the coded language Thieves' Cant and another language of your choice. Weapon Mastery improves your weapons. At the end of a long rest, you choose 2 weapons you're proficient with, and now when you use them, you get their special Weapon Mastery property. For some weapons you'll use, Light Crossbow gives you Slow. This slows down a creature you've hit with this weapon by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. Hand Crossbow gives you Vex, which gives you advantage on your next attack against a creature you've hit with this weapon before the end of turn. Daggers give you Nick, which allow you to attack with 2 light weapons using the same action, freeing your bonus action. Level 1 monks begin with Unarmored Defense. Your AC when not wearing armor or using a shield is 10 plus your Dex modifier plus your Wisdom modifier. Martial Arts improves your unarmed strikes. Now when not wearing armor or wielding a shield, simple weapons and martial weapons with the light property are now monk weapons. You can use your Dex for your attack and damage. For your unarmed strikes and monk weapons, you can make an unarmed strike with a bonus action, and your unarmed strikes and monk weapons now use martial arts dice for damage, which is a d6. Level 2 rogues gain Cunning Action. Dash, Disengage, and Hide are bonus actions for you. Level 3 rogues now have access to their subclass. Inquisitive from Xanathars are rogues who are best at hunting down a target. Ear for Deceit improves your ability to determine if someone is lying. Now when attempting to discover if someone is lying with an insight check, any roll of 7 or lower on the d20 test counts as an 8. Eye for Detail makes perception and investigation checks bonus actions for you. Insightful Fighting gives you a new way to use your sneak attack. Now with a bonus action, you can contest their deception against your insight if you aren't incapacitated. If you pass, you now use your sneak attack against them even if you don't have advantage on the attack or an ally is within 5 feet, but this will not work if you have disadvantage on the attack. This lasts for 1 minute or until you use it again. Steady Aim lets you give yourself advantage on your next attack by using your bonus action, but it has to be on a turn you haven't moved and your speed becomes 0 until the end of your current turn. Your sneak attack is now 2d6 extra damage. Level 4 rogues earn our first ability score improvement, bump up dex for more attack, damage, AC, and everything else. You've reached character level 5, bump up your proficiency bonus to +3. Level 1 Rangers get more proficiencies when they are multi-classed into. You are now proficient in all weapons, medium armor, shields, and one more skill from Ranger, grab Survival. Spellcasting grants you magic to enhance your attacks and movements. Wisdom is your spellcasting modifier, you regain use spell slots at the end of a long rest, and you're starting off with 2 first-level spells. Before that, Favored Enemy gives you a free spell with Hunter's Mark. You can now mark a creature within 90 feet of you with a bonus action, and for the next 1 hour while you maintain this spell, you will deal an extra 1d6 force damage when you hit them, and you have advantage on survival and perception checks to find them. If the creature dies before the spell ends, you can use your bonus action and move the mark to another creature within 90 feet. Because you got this from a feature, you can cast Hunter's Mark without a spell slot 2 times per long rest. Weapon mastery is the same, but now you have more weapons to choose from. For your spells, Long Strider adds 10 feet to your total movement for 1 hour. Jump gives you a 30-foot jump distance by sacrificing 10 feet of your movement for 1 minute. Level 2 Rangers unlock Deft Explorer. You get expertise and 1 more skill. Go ahead and place this into Perception and you learn 2 more languages. Fighting Style gives you a Fighting Style feat. For this feat, Thrown Weapon lets you add +2 to your attack rolls when you throw a weapon that has the thrown property. For your new spell, take what you want. Level 3 Rangers now have access to their subclass. Hunter from the Player's Handbook is going to make you a true monster hunter. Hunter's lore improves Hunter's Mark. You will now know the vulnerabilities, immunities, and resistances to creatures you've marked with your Hunter's Mark. Hunter's Prey lets you give yourself a new feature when you finish a short or long rest. For this feature, you can deal another 1d8 weapon damage to a creature who is below full health once per turn, or give yourself a bonus attack with a weapon against a creature that is within 5 feet of the original target. For your new spell, take what you want. Level 4 Rangers earn another ability score improvement, Cap Off Dex. For your new spell, take what you want. You're now character level 19, bring your proficiency bonus to +4. Level 5 Rangers learn Extra Attack. You can now attack twice with a single attack action. You can now cast Hunter's Mark without a spell slot 3 times. You also get second level spells. For your new spell, Magic Weapon turns 1 non-magical weapon into a magic one by adding +1 to attack and damage for 1 hour. You can only do this to 1 weapon at a time. Level 6 Rangers now have Roving. Now when not wearing heavy armor, your total speed is increased by 10 feet, and you now have a climbing and swimming speed. Level 5 Rogues unlock Cunning Strikes. Now once per turn, when you use Sneak Attack, you can subtract the extra damage dice to add effects to the attack. If the Cunning Strike has a DC, it is based on your dex. For these effects, Trip costs 1d6, and you can force a dex save if they are a size large or smaller, giving them the prone condition if they fail. Withdrawal costs 1d6, and after you damage them, you can move up to half your total speed without provoking an attack of opportunity. Poison is 1d6, and if you have a Poisoner's Kit, you can force a con save, and if they fail, they have the poison condition for 1 minute and can retake the save at the end of each of their turns to end the condition. Uncanny Dodge lets you reduce damage you take from an attack with a reaction, reducing it to half. Your sneak attack is now 3d6 extra damage. Level 6 Rogues get another 2 expertise. Place this into athletics and survival. You've reached character level 13, raise your proficiency bonus to +5. Level 7 rogues receive evasion. Now, when you aren't incapacitated and you pass a dex save, you take no damage or half on a failure. Reliable talent improves your skills. Now, when you take a d20 test for a skill or tool you're proficient with, a result of 9 or lower automatically counts as 10. Your sneak attack is now 4d6 extra damage. Level 8 rogues earn another ability score improvement to bump up wisdom. Level 9 Inquisitive rogues have Steady Eye. Now you have advantage on perception and investigation checks if you only move half your total speed. Your sneak attack is now 5d6 extra damage. Level 10 rogues earn another ability score improvement to cap off wisdom. We've come to the final milestone, character level 17. Max out your proficiency bonus at +6. Level 11 rogues gain improved cunning strikes. Now when you use sneak attack, you can add 2 different cunning strikes, but still must pay for both. Your sneak attack is now 6d6 extra damage. Level 12 rogues earn another ability score improvement in your character level 19, so you have access to epic boons. For your boon of Fortitude adds +1 to your intelligence, and that adds +40 HP to your overall health. And when you regain HP, you can regain extra HP equal to your con modifier once per turn. Our final level is level 13 Rogue, and Inquisitives get Unerring Eye. As a bonus action, you sense the presence of illusions, shapeshifters not in their current form, and other magics designed to deceive you within 30 feet. If you aren't blinded or deafened. Now you don't know how you're being deceived, but you know something isn't right. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier per long rest. Your sneak attack is now 7d6 extra damage. Now that you've hit level 20, let's recap. Your stats are Strength 10, Dex 20, Con 12, Intelligence 14, Wisdom 20, Charisma 10. Your total class levels are Monk 1, Rogue 13, Ranger 6. Let's dive in. You are Crazy Deadly. Wielding a finesse weapon, ranged weapon, or simple weapon, or using your fist, you're using your superior dex modifier for attack and damage. When you use a finesse or ranged weapon, you're able to add 7d6 damage and can add effects to that. You're also a perfect ghoul hunter. You can mark them to deal more damage, track them better, and learn their weaknesses. You can sense their presence, you can't be deceived by magic, and you are a trained investigator. Finally, pain means very little to you. Your AC is 20, and your total health, taking the average, is over 200 HP. Downside. Not much bad here. You have some resource management with 6 spell slots, but that's pretty much it. It's a pretty balanced out build. So it's time to hunt some monsters, but remember, some of the people you trust without questionings aren't who they say they are. Don't be hard on yourself when you find out the truth. You aren't the only one they fooled. I'd like to give a special shout out to my Artificer tier. Thank you, Christopher R. Hunter, Java Squirrel, Daniel Sattler, and Adam. You guys rock. Make sure to like and subscribe to not miss a single new build each week on YouTube and Spotify. And make sure to check out my Patreon where you can help decide next week's new character.